In this episode, we look at how the start of a run in the bazaar has evolved over the course of the closed beta, most notably taking a look at the new kit system that was recently introduced. So let's dive under the surface. Today, we wanted to talk a little bit about the starting hour of runs in the bazaar, because they recently moved to this kit system, which we'll get to, but they seem to be trying out a lot of different things with the start of every run, right? Like they originally started out with, even in the friends and family, it was one silver item and you get to choose from three, and it was 3 gold skills, I believe. And the pool of those silver items was very small. Like you kind of knew what you were going to run into. Then they took away the gold skills and gave us 4 silver items with massive pools to choose from.
Like it was
And
literally all the items from a
yeah,
given hero. So you could start with a 1 silver large items. And I guess we all remember the trebuchet meta.
yeah, you get that trebuchet at the start, and it was pretty much 10 wins. And then they shrunk the pools a little bit to make it more reasonable. You couldn't get large items anymore, which, makes sense. But now we're to this kit system, which is very different from literally any of that. It's, I don't know, how would you describe it? I don't know exactly. You choose from these two kits at the beginning of every run, but they can kind of be anything. Like it's just whatever they decided. Like some are like one of Vanessa's is get 2 small silver items and get 5 silver loot, or get 3 bronze skills, or get 2 medium silver items. So it can kind of be anything, and they're meant to be of equal value, although that's a little
Apparently,
bit debatable. Yeah, supposedly.
I hope that you are going to list them on the screen so people can see what is available to them. I mean, probably there are more. Like maybe we didn't find everything, but from what we have discovered, every hero has around 11 to 12 starting kits, and I personally like them. I mean, the patch is rather fresh still, so it's not like we know everything. Well, actually, it's going to be 1 week old when this airs, but doesn't matter. I feel like this is some sort of a halfway measure between choosing your starting item and getting an item and a skill. Like, because at first, when you were, well, maybe not at first, but like the most recent iteration, like you were choosing between one of the 4 items, usually you were inclined to get a medium item because it sold for more. So you could sort of afford more on your first day if you were to sell it. And usually medium items have a bit stronger effects than small items. But now you can decide, well, not really what you start with, but like what sort of power-ups you prefer. If you enjoy getting skills, well, then look for a kit with skills. Of course, they can be totally random and not really useful, but I guess getting skills is fun. And if you prefer something more like economic and more, let's say, stable, choose items. And at the same time, like the fact that the economy was sort of adjusted, like you have to be more particular about your spending and what items you can actually get, because the previous patches sort of conditioned us to be able to buy anything we want from any shop we desire. And right now you have to be more precise with your gold, and this kit that you start with can grant you some sort of, let's say, starting idea of what you want to do with your build, at least during the first couple of days.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely think the kit idea is more fun. Like the old style of pick one of 4 silver items got kind of samey. Once you played, 5 to 10 matches with one hero, you kind of knew what was probably going to show up and knew what you did and didn't want to pick. So this is definitely more fun in that regard. And I'm addicted to gambling in this game. So it's like, I love just like seeing what I get, you know what I mean? It's just like, oh my God, I want that hit of dopamine. It can provide direction, like you said, but also sometimes you just get like garbage, sort of.
Well,
Or you
that's
get,
true.
and it feels bad when you get garbage at the start. Like it feels really bad when the first thing you do in a run is kind of get stuff, and you're like, I
But
don't want this skill. Whatever, you know what I mean?
It doesn't matter what patch it is. Like getting a low roll always feels bad. So I don't feel like
Very
this
true.
is inherently the problem with kits. And kits also sort of enhance the feeling of this roguelikeness of the game, because well, imagine this being a dungeon crawler or whatever. If you were to pick a hero, let's say a warrior, a rogue, a wizard, whatever, and then you started with sort of randomized loot at the start, which is exactly what we have here, then like you have to adapt, right, to what you were given, and your start doesn't feel as samey, as like non-impactful, right? Because there's right now, when they first of all removed the XP from most of the like events, like the passive events, not monsters, right? And also reduce the amount of gold that you get. The first couple of days are actually packed with impactful decisions, where previously I felt like going on autopilots for first 2 or 3 days.
Yeah. They've also added a lot more like encounters into the middle section too, and the encounters are also different now. It's not it's not the same three exact encounters in a row.
That is true. That's true. Yeah, the Lost Crate, the Jungle Ruins, what else? Like those things were reworked and are like really less worthy, but like offer less value, right? So now you do not automatically go to one of those to get 1 XP. And I guess, I mean, for me, it's a good change. I feel like getting extra XP should be more premium, should be less often, should be occurring less often. So now when you go get this, get 1 additional XP, this book event, you actually are sort of excited about it, because earlier I almost never chose that. So, even getting like 3 regeneration from, I think that's Jungle Ruins. I still don't remember exactly what all the events do. Like on the first day, could make your run like actually win, like your build win on the first day. And at the same time, like let's look at, for example, Pygmalien's kits. You can either get 2 silver tier skills, 1 small gold item, and 1 silver skill, then 2 medium silver items, then 2 silver skills. You wrote 2 silver skills twice.
I knew I had to have one on there twice.
Yeah. Then 1 silver skill plus 5 gold plus 2 income. Then 10 silver candy items, which is really strange as a starting option,
Yeah, when you have nothing.
Yes, exactly. But whatever. And this is probably my favorite kit. 1 enchanted small bronze item and 1 bronze skill. Then 1 gold skill, 2 small bronze items, 1 bronze skill, 5 silver loot items. Jesus Christ, why am I listing 1 medium bronze item, 2 small bronze tier items, and 2 bronze skills. Then 4 small silver items. Then 1 small gold item and 5 loot items. And I and Blake, we both tried that a couple of times, and I think it's just a typo, and it should be 5 silver loot items, because every time we chose that, it was rolling us silver loot items. And then lastly, 2 medium bronze items and 2 bronze skills. And depending on what you choose, you are going to prioritize different encounters. So if you start with only skills, you are probably looking to visit merchants. But if you start with let's say 2 medium silver tier items and you roll pretty decent ones, I don't think you're going for merchants on the first day, right?
Probably not.
Yeah, so you can probably see on the screen all the different kits that we have found and we have encountered. And I feel like this is a good change because, like, as I said, it's a halfway measure between getting a skill and an item that we had in the very beginning, but it's not as powerful if you get exactly the correct combination. But then like getting only 1 item was not really that fun, and
it's pretty lame.
Yeah, and now you have this little shot of dopamine at the very start when you are first of all deciding what you want to get between 2 like packs of goodies, and then you see what those goodies are. Like, if we want to make that comparison, those are like two small loot boxes that you get at the very beginning. I guess.
Yeah, and just what you pull for those two can be super exciting because like getting one enchanted small bronze tier item at the beginning of the run is like insane. Which I don't know, like maybe that's too powerful, but I don't know, maybe it's okay too because
Who knows? Maybe in the next patch we will get different kits. I mean, to be
that's
fair,
true.
as we have said in the beginning, those kits were meant to be of almost the same power. But looking at Dooley specifically, one of the kits says that you will get, besides the core, you will get 2 small bronze items and 2 bronze skills. But there's another kit that says get 2 bronze skills. And I don't know about you, but I would prefer to get those 2 small bronze items on top of my skills as a extra value. Because that's like literally, even if you were to simply sell them, that's 2 more gold that you start with in that situation.
Yeah, that had to have been a mistake. Like surely just the two skills being thrown in there.
But yeah, now you know, do not choose 2 bronze skills starting kit because you are just, shooting yourself in the knee.
They could also, like, as time goes on, if they stick with this kit idea, which I think they probably will. I think people seem to be liking it generally, and it's fun.
Well, you know what's Reddit like.
Yeah, I've even seen less complain about it on there, which is shocking to me. But I'm sure people are still going crazy. Yeah, but I don't know. As you add, you could slowly add more options to the pool as they find things that kind of work. And then if you do have high roll options in these kit things, you're not gonna see it super commonly. So you're not gonna care if maybe one enchanted small bronze item turns out to be too strong. You know what I mean? Give the people that high roll every once in a while.
I mean, yeah, like we can probably, through analyzing the options that we get here, we can sort of see that some of the options are slightly better than others. And I feel like that if we were to look at Vanessa's kits, one thing stands out above the rest, and that would be get 1 small gold item and 1 silver skill. And I guess this could be this mythical like high roll, like because this particular kit was offered to me only once, and I rerolled through a lot of starting positions. So maybe there are some starting kits that are of a much lower spawn rate, but of a better starting position. And you know what? If you are offered 1 small gold item and a silver skill, you probably take it.
Yeah, but none of the other ones. That's the only thing that offers. No, there's one that offers Are there 2 that offer small gold items?
I mean, Vanessa has
For
also
Vanessa?
1 small gold item and 5 silver loot.
It's pretty
but
decent too. But
okay, so is 5 silver loot equal to 1 silver skill, or which would you prefer if you were to choose?
so if I got both of those options, I would probably choose the silver skill.
Yeah, me too.
But if you're feeling frisky and you're like, man, like you could get super lucky on the 5 silver loot items and be insane on day 1, if they match up with the item you get potentially.
I guess, but
You could be cooking, but
in my experience, I sort of feel like the silver loot items aren't as good. Like I start investing in loot at gold or above because it's not that big of a difference when you use silver loot, and when it starts appearing, you are still not really at the point where you finalized your board. So I do not want to waste gold and encounters on acquiring loot that I will probably sort of waste.
no, I get what you mean, and I sort of agree. Like the silver loot's kind of trash now. There's bronze tier loot too, right? Still, maybe not for all items.
I think there could be. I think we should know that.
I don't know. It's changed because there's definitely bronze tier wings. That's a loot item, right? But I don't think there's like poison or
Nah,
whatever.
poison and burn start with silver, so probably some of the loot items start at bronze and some at silver.
Yeah, but anyways,
Yeah, I mean, I definitely like the fact that we have a lot of variety here. Like, it's not, let's say, 3 starting kits over and over, but there's actual, like, this decisions, not decisions. There's a lot to choose from. Like, every run is going to feel slightly different. And as I said, like, every starting kit sort of pushes you on a different route and you have to adapt to it. And Reynard also mentioned that the situation in which we are here with a bit reduced gold and with those kits, you are sort of forced into making the best decision based on what you have, and you're not like leisurely fishing for the best items.
Yeah, which you were in literally every patch before this.
Mostly,
It feels better.
yeah, that's happened most often, but sometimes you were low rolling and you had to deal with it. But there's more, like, how to put it, like, your knowledge is rewarded more and more with every coming patch. I feel like this game is actually like knowledge check, you know.
Yeah, and it's the classic. It keeps getting better. They just keep improving. This game has that. I've heard other people say it has the like just one more run problem, and the kits makes it like 10 times worse for me personally. Because, which I mean, it's a good problem to have, but it's like I end a run and I'm like, crap, I want to see what I get in my next like set of kits. And so then I go and start another run and then just play a whole other run. It's happened like
Yeah.
I haven't played that many runs, but it's happened like every single time I've played a run. So
You know what? Yeah, that's like sort of the summarizing of what I was meaning about this direction in the beginning of the run. The main problem of the game, I feel like, was the day one. Because recently we had this meta of getting 2 XP events and 1 merchant on day 1. So essentially there was no decision making during the like first 10 minutes of your run. And you don't want the very start, the very beginning of your game to be dull. And I feel like those kits sort of remedied that.
amen.
Amen. You know what? I was thinking about it like I think yesterday. Like, the open beta was sort of promised before the game released that after 1 month of closed beta we will get open beta. And you know, that's like half a year ago at this point. Well, not whole half a year, but like 4-5 months now. 4 months.
Should have been like the first week of no, it would have been December 1st, wouldn't it?
Well,
Late November.
regardless, it's a bit overdue right now. But yeah, you know, if we were to sort of be stingy with our money and we didn't buy the keys to the beta, I feel like we would be really hurting inside right now, because the open beta isn't even anywhere near the horizon.
Yeah, like I assume at the very least we'll get 2 weeks heads up. So and probably more like a month. So yeah, we're probably at least 2 patches away from the open beta, and that's like at the soonest.
Yeah, and yeah, I wouldn't hold my breath. So I guess, yeah, with every coming patch, the game is getting better and is more playable, though I know that Reddit has their own opinion regarding that. But yeah, if you still haven't bought the key to the bazaar, I feel like waiting for the open beta is sort of futile at this point. Like, if you really want the game, I feel you need to bite the bullet and buy the game, because like at some point you will have to start, and I mean, have to is a strong word, but like if you want to play this game, then I feel like go for it, you know, because also experiencing all those changes when they happen live is also like part of the experience that you won't ever get if you start later. And we personally can say that we experienced all of the beta right now, and we, you know, experienced all of the changes that happened between the 30th of October and now. So we had this great like item plus gold skill meta, we had like trebuchet meta, we had charge skill meta, there was like fixer upper meta just last week. You know, a lot of things happened.
Yeah, and it's closed beta, but like it's not like this is some piece of junk game. You know what I mean? Like a lot of games are in beta. Like this game is it's better than a lot of fully released games. It's you're getting 2,000 gems to buy the heroes with, so it's not like you're completely just throwing your what?
Yes, but like only one of the accounts because you are getting two codes.
True.
But like the second code does not get the gems. So if you are splitting that with a friend, you have to be mindful that the person getting the extra code is like getting sort of shafted. So maybe like do not split exactly 50-50.
You also get access to the beta cosmetics, which aren't going to be around after. So
I mean, they probably will on the bazaar, but they will
True.
be expensive. So, you know. So yeah, if you want to experience the ups and downs in the bazaar, you know, you want to live and breathe the Pygmalien's farts.
Oh God.
Yeah, then join us. Join us in the greatest
Click the link
game
in the
the world.
description.
Excuse me?
I said click the link in the description below.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's true. If you want to register to the game, there's a little neat link there.
All right. Well, thanks for watching.
Yeah, thanks.
Leave a comment about how you feel about kits. And yeah, I guess we'll see you guys on his channel on Monday.
Yeah, please do. We need like 9 more subscribers or something to reach the 100. So yeah, you know where the button is. But yes, like and comment and, you know, subscribe to this channel as well because like we're bros. Bye.
See ya.
Jesus Christ. Why did you do that? That wasn't. No.